and I'm going to get my recording started. And this is going to be the second round of the semifinals today between Roxas BratOK BratOK. Everyone says BratOK. Anyways, we've got Dimaga here, part of the clan MTW, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Delta Quadrant, and we've got BratOK spawning at the top right-hand corner as the red Terran. And I really don't know what to think about this map for this matchup. This cliff here can be abused quite a bit by the Terran player with tanks, marines, marauder drops. Medevac play is very important on this map. There's just so many angles to hit, there's so many areas to hit, and Zerg players are generally forced to take their natural expansion here instead of here, of course, because of the rocks. Terran players obviously are going to choose to go to this expansion a lot more often than not. It's a little more defendable for them. They can just focus on guarding this ramp unless the Zerg player is going for air, but we'll have to wait and see. The supply depot is almost finished, and we're probably going to see a barracks before refinery once again. Really not too sure what to expect from these two players on this map. I have not seen them play this map yet, so I don't think I have. I don't remember if the group stage has played this map or not. So long ago already. Either way, TVZ can be fairly interesting still. A lot of harassment happens for the Terran. I don't think we're going to see any Reaper play. Reaper play is just so ineffective on this map. You have to come all the way up this way, come back down, get into the natural, into the main base. I mean, then the natural is very accessible as well. As long as the Queen puts down a creep tumor first and spreads that creep to their natural, they should be okay. And it looks like Dimaga is going for a scout. Okay. So he has no idea what's happening right now. Dimaga sees that there's nothing at this ramp, so he knows the Terran player is not there, and he's going to be scouting in the wrong direction. Actually, both players were scouting in the wrong direction first, but Dimaga will eventually find the player. He probably should have seen that SCV and switched right away. The timing of that scouting SCV was pretty much around the same time that everyone should be using, I guess. Right after the barracks is finished, you send out your scouting SCV. Orbital command is finished, gas is up and running. It's been about 30 seconds of gas, and he's got almost enough for a factory, but it looks like he's going for a tech lab, probably going to do Reapers again. I didn't think he would go Reapers, but he is proving me wrong. He's probably going to get that speed upgrade as well. The Nitro Packs are a very needed upgrade for the Reapers, but the first Reaper is in production. Zergling's speed is also underway, and oddly enough, generally, players, if they are going to take a fast expansion, they will pull workers off their gas, but it looks like Dimaga might actually just put down a Roach Warren instead, unless he's going to take that expansion right now, but he's got a lot of minerals banked up right now. I don't know what happened there. Probably a misclick, but he is going to take that expansion now. A little bit late. Those Reapers are going to be able to do a lot of damage. If he can get a couple SCVs up there with him, he'll be able to erect that bunker and get that up and running. The bunker, if he can place it a little bit closer to the hatchery, he'll be in a good position. If he can get a couple Reapers out, these Reapers are caught off guard right here. They can't get down. Well, they can get down. He's just choosing not to utilize them yet. Nitro Packs just started, so a little bit late on that upgrade. He's going to be about his third or fourth Reaper out by the time Nitro Packs does finish. And it looks like he's taking the long way around. No, he's going to go kill the destructible rocks. So right now, he's probably thinking to myself, okay, that's a very long distance away from Dimaga's base. I could use 2 Reapers and maybe get a couple drone kills, or I can take out these destructible debris and get my command center up and running a lot faster. So that's what I'm thinking he's thinking, but who knows, I could be wrong. But he'll probably continue to do his harass as he gets more and more Reapers upgraded or produced, and once he gets this Nitro Packs finished. But the second and third barracks are on the way. A little bit of peculiar timing from that. I guess that was because he got his command center a lot quicker. Needs to morph that into an orbital and get those mules out ASAP. I've been tossing around an idea of building an extra command center in your base if you can get the chance. If you do enough harassment to a Zerg player, building a third or even a fourth command center in your base, morphing it into an orbital under the pretense that you will end up using it eventually, and the fact that once you use 1.5 to 2 mules, you pretty much pay for that orbital command itself. So it can be very effective. It can help your income quite a bit once the initial income is, I guess, I don't know what I want to say. Wow, totally tongue-tied there. But once that initial income is compensated for, it can really bolster your income quite a bit. And I just said income like 50 times in 10 seconds. So new drinking game. Every time SchickySC says income, you guys have to take a shot or chug a beer or eat a handful of Doritos. But, okay, on to the game. BratOK's got a lot of Reapers, and the problem here is if he waits too long with these Reapers, they're going to be very ineffective, because if we look at Dimaga's base, he's got creep connecting his bases, he's got creep all over the map, he's got lots of queens out already, he's got 3 queens out, and does he have one in production? Yes, he's got another one in production, must be at his main. Am I lagging? I am lagging. I need to shut this computer down. So yeah, I feel a little bit awkward. I feel bad. I lagged a little bit there, but hopefully it levels out. Like I said, my connection's not very good. If I can, get into the game a little bit more, I will get a better connection. Anyways, these Reapers are coming in. This Overlord is going to spot it. These Queens are probably going to be ready for him. The Zerglings do have Zergling speed, and wow, very nice job. Instead of attacking up here with the Zerglings they were actually just going to stick here at the bottom of the base, but they jump up at the wrong time, and these Zerglings are going to get a full feast off on these Reapers. There's only 2 Reapers left now. Units lost. That was not effective at all. Like I was trying to say right before I lagged, sorry. It's very ineffective if you wait too long to use those Reapers, because they are just not... I don't know, like I said, there's creep everywhere, there's lots of Zerglings, there's lots of Queens, and that was just a bad position to be in. He had no sight on this high ground. He had no idea what he was jumping back up into. He was better off trying to take this route out and just getting out of the base instead of trying to jump back up and being caught. So very nice job by Dimaga, not running his Zerglings around here to try to attack him in this little area, but keeping his Zerglings up here. And right now, Dimaga's trying to jump all over the fact that he is in a big commanding lead. These Zerglings are going to take quite a while to take out these destructible debris, but they are going to go down, and he is going to take a 3rd base. I kind of like the positioning of this, taking this 3rd base. Wow, one Lonely Reaper here just getting picked off. But he will be able to spread the creep out, and he could take this base, but if you are going to, take this one, it's a really long distance for your units to traverse back to the front of the base, whereas here, this hatchery is producing straight out the front, this hatchery is producing straight out, and then this hatchery also is producing straight up to this this high ground here. So the 3rd base is being dropped down. BratOK on the other hand is not taking another base. He has no command center in production, and it looks like he's just going towards Marines again. Really not sure I agree with that. He needs to work some Marauders in, which he looks like he is this time, working in just a few Marauders out of the Tech Lab barracks. But the Mutalisks are out in full force already. They're going to take out these Reapers, and I don't think they're going to get much damage done on BratOK's base. He does have the turrets up around his mineral lines. Sorry about clearing my throat there. I need some water real quick. And it looks like BratOK is going to be pushing out here. A couple Mutas catch a medevac off guard here. It almost gets down to half-life, not quite. But that really is not going to stop BratOK from pushing out. He's got quite a few Marauders and a bunch of Marines. Actually, only 3 Marauders. But the problem is these Banelings are going to be up and running by the time this Terran army gets to the front. Does he know about... Yes, he does know about this base. He's seen the Zerglings taking out the destructible debris, so he knows that Dimaga was planning on taking that base. He is going to drop here, but that is a terrible position to drop. Your Marines can't attack anything from up there. You're better off dropping here. But even then, I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is behind that. And all these Marines and Marauders are going to get picked off here. No, they do get picked up. So, decent job there. And they are going to drop on the low ground. Is he going to leapfrog, or what's he planning on doing here? I don't know. He's going to drop right at the ledge. At this time, we've got just a couple more medevacs coming in from the other side. I'll try to watch that as well. So right now, I guess this is a good position for BratOK. While Dimaga's forces are forced to kind of stay here and wait for this attack and deal with this attack, he is sneaking in 2 more medevacs full of well, one's full and one's about half full. But not a bad play. He lost quite a few units there, but I guess Dimaga lost quite a few Zerglings and Banelings as well, but he sees this drop coming. He obviously pays better attention to the minimap than I can, so he's able to pick off this drop very fast, and at the same time, he's able to just clean up the drop here. A little bit of nice micro here with the Marauders trying to pick them up and drop them, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as once Dimaga's forces get back over there, that army is going to be cleaned up rather quick. The Banelings are going to get in and kill them. The Mutas can take out the Medivacs and really shut this down. No, the Marines are going to be there to push that back. So really utilizing that high ground. Probably needs to get a siege tank or two, and that hatchery does go down. So now BratOK is on equal bases. He's on 2, getting his 3rd up, and right now it looks like Dimaga's got 2 bases, but he's getting a 3rd up way at the top left-hand corner. It's a main base of what would be another player on this 4-player map. I don't really like how far away that is. I mean, it's okay that it's a ninja expansion, but for the fact that BratOK has been relying on drops a lot this game, we're very likely to see another Medivac go along this route and probably catch this hatchery. I mean, if this was a gold expansion, sure, it's worth it to try to ninja it and take it off guard, and catch BratOK off guard, I should say. But in this situation, I don't know if it was really the right strategy, but we'll see if it pays off or not. Alright, and once again, Dimaga is throwing down this extra hatchery in his base. He's got a lot of minerals and gas banked up. He's got a lot of queens. He can use those extra queens to spawn more larvae. Or did those queens die? They may have... Excuse me, they may have died. Excuse me, no, he's got one. Oh, he's got lots of queens still, almost full in energy. Really needs to start spreading the creep everywhere on the base, and it looks like BratOK is pushing out with a rather large force. I like this army compared to what he was using last game. He's got tanks, he's got more Marauders. In Artosis's view, he can just right-click the hatcheries and win now. But the Zerglings not getting a good surround on these tanks. The tanks do clean up virtually all the Banelings, but the Banelings clean up all of the Marines, and these Mutas are going to town on the tanks. There's only one Medivac here that's almost dead. Probably should have picked that off before retreating, but he is going to be forced to take those Mutalisks out. I don't think there's any other harassment going on. BratOK is going to use this Medivac with 1 health to drop these Marines down here and try to get some more kills off while he tries to push in the front as well. So this base up here is up and running. It's not very well saturated, but he is getting a lot of gas, so he will be able to compensate and push out a lot of Mutas. He's really falling behind on his macro. He's got 1,700 minerals and 600 gas. He's going to lose these 2 hatcheries, and that is going to be trouble for him, and it's probably going to spell GG. I really don't know what Dimaga can do to come back from this. It's just too much of a Terran Bioball army with tanks as supporting. And the Medivacs just add so much to Bio, it's not even funny, but he is kind of overstimming. A lot of these units are very low on health. A couple Banelings could come in and just rip that army apart, but the siege tanks do get in, and they are sieged. All the Banelings splatting on the tanks, that's not a good idea, but there are a lot of Mutalisks left. He's only got Marauders, no anti-air left, and these Mutas are going to be able to clean up pretty much everything here. Probably needs a few Vikings as well to help take care of these Mutalisks. But important to note, BratOK is sending another large force back into the base, and they did take out the Baneling nest, and he's probably going to focus right on this hatcher or this spire next time he moves in, and that's going to be right away. But he does not have enough Marines to deal with all these Mutas. Those Marines will die pretty quickly. Although, wow, I guess with the Medivacs, wow, go Scrap Station. BratOK does take game 2. Dimaga GG's, so I was a little bit caught off guard there. I think Dimaga fell a little bit behind on his macro.